Well, I am still making my way through Kevin's knives here. This one is a custom knife factory. So this is M390 steel, should be fairly straightforward to sharpen. I'm going to use my silicone carbide stones. Now this knife is nothing but belly. I mean, it's just straight belly, so you have to create that U-shaped pattern. So not only do you have to do the sweeping motion, but you also have to do like a rocking motion like this. Like a U shape basically is what you're going to be doing. Something kind of like this, of course, is very, very exaggerated, but I'll start at this end and then create that U pattern. As I get to the tip, I will pull my elbow up to angle the knife. Regardless, let's get this going, see where my edge is. Like most of these knives here lately, this guy is about 20 degrees. Got a burr everywhere except in the base. Still don't have it in the base here. Feels like the knife is a bit thicker back in this area. I can actually see my grinding pattern where I'm not even hitting the apex there. So, need to keep going. That's pretty much got it. I'm gonna blend everything in. And we'll switch to the other side. Check my Sharpie. I actually need to raise my angle up a little more. Jesus. It's like 25, 26 degrees. That is ridiculous. I don't know if it's because the main grind is out of whack or what, but this thing is around at like 24, 25 degrees on this side. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way for a minute. Just see where the angle, or rather, see what the bevels look like. I'm probably going to drop this side down a little bit because I don't think they are matching in terms of bevel sizes, and no, they are not. So I'm going to drop this down to about 20 degrees like the other side. You know, if a factory grind comes like this, I'd rather just request the knife not even be sharpened. There's no excuse for that. Not in today's age when there's 1,000 different tools to sharpen knives. And if they're doing it by hand on a grinder, then they need some sort of jig. Get uniform with it. Still not hitting the apex. I can see that in the lighting. Therefore, I have no burr yet. Got a burr across the whole edge. We'll switch sides. Make sure everything on this side is still lining up good. If it is, that flipped my burr. Went ahead and marked the bevel with Sharpie. I got a little carried away on this side, but make sure I'm hitting things where I need to be. Pretty much on the money. Again, pretty much hitting right on the bevel. The 2500 grit. I did put Sharpie marker, and it looks like I'm removing it all. We are pretty much done. I'm going to do some cleanup. We will move on to the final stone. This is the final stone, my Venev 3.2 Micron. pretty much done. Do some cleanup passes and then some burr minimization, if there is any. Well, the Bess C average on this guy comes out to 128. It's not too great, but not too bad. It feels a little thick behind the edge, especially back here near this area. Hell, you can see it. That guy's pretty thick. Not going to be the greatest of slicers. This knife really reminds me of the Micron Stitch. I don't know if it's the size or what. Obviously the blade shapes are different, but just holding it in hand and as I sharpened it, something about it just screams Micron Stitch to me. It's got some weight to it for sure. I know he has a different handle that he usually keeps on this knife. I think it's Mokutai. It's real pretty, but we don't trust the mel system around here. So he sent these stock scales, I guess, with it. Beautiful knife though. I would still prefer the smaller one. This blade is just a little too much for me. Pretty damn thick. I'm not into this overbuilt stuff anymore. Not that I really was to begin with, but it's definitely had its day. It needs to go away. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. Appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one.